Hey, my Algebra 1 students, how's life going? Is it going pretty good? I hope so. Hey, we're halfway done another week. So, notice tomorrow we're going to have a test, so no new lesson tomorrow, just on Schoology. I'm going to put it on there, and then you can send it back to me. Be neat. It will have a little bit with radicals, the dividing radicals, maybe a foiling, but most of it's going to be solving using the quadratic formula. Now, if you remember, the quadratic form is negative b, so here is negative b, here is negative b, plus or minus square root, plus or minus square root, b squared minus 4ac, b squared minus 4ac, all over 2a. So it will have some radical square roots, but not a lot, not much. But solving quadratic formula, so negative b would be negative 1 plus or minus the square root of b squared, which is 1 squared is 1, minus 4ac. Now minus a minus is a plus. So it's minus, and then this is negative 5 times 4 is negative 20 times 3 is negative 60. All over 2a. A is 3, so 2a. So negative 1 plus or minus square root is 61 over 6. So I might have a video that just says, hey, remember, you're taking a test. I'll put it out tomorrow morning, and then it'll be due tomorrow night. Don't cheat. I mean, do I know you could cheat? Sure, everyone can cheat. But it just doesn't help you in the long run. Now, what we're going to start today is graphing a parabola. Now, sometimes I'll call it a parabola just so I can remember how to spell it. Now, a parabola is very important in our life. Very important. Now, we're going to deal with parabolas that open up or a parabola that opens down. Now, if you wear glasses or contacts, think the parabola. If you throw something up in the air, it tends to take a parabolic curve. Now, you also got to worry about wind, stuff like that, birds. But parabolic. In business, now it's way beyond us in high school, but you can actually figure out how much can I raise something to get maximum profits. Now, I'm not going to give you any homework today, so you can review for tomorrow. Now, remember, it's going to be a sum on square roots. So you might want to go back to a previous video and look it over a little bit at the end. Not a lot. Maybe one foiling and then one dividing. We shall see. But it's mostly going to be quadratic formula. So I might make a video that just says, hey, take the test on Schoology. But anyways, here's the equation of a parabola. Now, we're only going to talk about 3 things today, and then Friday, we'll talk a lot more. Also, I'm going to give a project to you for Friday, so we'll go from there. So, for this, we have a starting point. It's the lowest point of the parabola or the highest, depending if it opens up or down, and that's called the vertex. Then we're going to determine how it opens, and we're going to find something called the axis of symmetry. Now, the vertex is the same for all of these graphs on the Cartesian coordinate system, called conics, because you get it from cutting up a cone, and it's the opposite of the number with x and the opposite of the number with y, or hk. How does it open is determined. Notice that this has to be positive or 0. Because when you square something, it's positive or 0 if it's a real number. So therefore, this side is going to be positive or negative based on A. Because a positive times a positive is positive, a negative times a positive is negative. So this determines everything. So if A is positive, it opens up. If A is negative, it opens down. Now an axis is symmetry. That's something to divide something up. So that if you have a point so many units to the right, you have to have a point so many units to the left of it. So you have points same distance on both sides of the item. Now in fact, there's been studies at college that try to show beauty or handsomeness is based on how symmetric you are. So if your eyes are perfectly spaced apart from each other, your nostrils, your mouth, everything, they've actually shown what they do is just put pictures on a computer and you rate them 1 to 10 how they look. And the more symmetric the face was, the more beautiful or handsome they were considered. So if you have a face that's really lopsided, you are not considered beautiful or handsome. But if it's perfectly spaced, you should be able to take a line, draw it down your forehead, down your nose, mouth, all the way down your body to the floor, and everything would be a perfectly distance apart. Now, if I have a parabola that opens up, what would take it and divide it would be a line that's vertical. Same with this. And if you remember way back to first semester, a vertical line is always x equal the x number of the vertex. So in this case, h. So those are 3 facts you need to know. Now, not right away, just kind of look it over. But let's look at one problem. Let's say we have y minus 4 equals negative 2x plus 3. And I said just find 3 things. I call it the VOA. Vertex, opens, and axis. So the vertex would be the opposite of the number with x, opposite number with y. That's your starting point. Then how does it open? Well, this is negative, so it's going to be opening down. And the axis of symmetry be x equals negative 3. X equal the x number because it's a vertical line. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4. So negative 3, 4. I know it starts here, and I know it comes down. Now I'm not just putting dots because we haven't put anything with it, but looks like that. Then our axis of symmetry cuts right down here. Okay, tomorrow we're going to do test, and then Friday we're going to do x and y intercepts to start putting this together. We're going to spend a good part of next week on parabolas, maybe more than that. So we're in really good shape. So, can you do this? 3 plus square root of 2 squared. Can you do this? If I have 1 over 5 minus square root of 3, what would I multiply the top and the bottom by? I won't actually have you multiply it, but what would you multiply the top and the bottom by? And 1 over the square root of 2. What would I multiply the top and the bottom by? So, and in solving quadratics, which yesterday, that's all we did, if you did it. So you might want to go over yesterday again. Then do me a favor, by Friday, just look at this again. That's all I'm asking. There's no video tomorrow, so I'm giving you a little break. But it's a test, and we need you to do well because it'll probably be the last test in a while. But anyways, have a good day.